Welcome to this week's episode of Build the Weight Loss Practice of Your Dreams. I am your host, Carol Clark, and today we are continuing the love. And for this month, we're talking a lot about love and specifically the love of referrals, because that is one of the best ways to get new patients. It's just a compliment to you and a tribute to the services that you provide to your patients and how you improve the health of your community, which is awesome. So we're going to talk today a bit about how to create a successful referral program. Last week we talked about the different sources of referrals. And then this week, like I say, we're going to get into a bit about how to build a successful program. Because in reality, as you know, I'm in the trenches just like you, and I'm a numbers girl. I look at these numbers every single month. And when I looked at the end of last year's statistics, it looked like about 60% of our new patients came through these various referral sources, and the other 40% mainly from organic reach on the internet. So it's a great thing, a great compliment, and it just brings in more of those wonderful patients that you love working with. So let's get to it. So there's going to be a number of different things that have to occur in order to have a successful referral program. And the first one is really to take a look at and think about your mindset and your team's mindset surrounding referrals. So often in healthcare, we really feel as if we are here to provide a service, and it doesn't really quite feel right to ask for a referral. It's sort of counterintuitive. We're just here to serve people and to help them, and to go around asking for referrals just seems a little bit, sometimes almost icky, or a little, like I say, counterproductive, or not necessarily counterproductive, but essentially something that we're not comfortable doing. So we do have to wrap our brain around that and figure that we want to help more people. And if you have happy clients, then you want to make sure that they think about referring other people to you, specifically in weight loss. If they came to you and they have a great result, they are so happy, their health is improved, and in all likelihood, with 2/3 of the American population overweight, they know other people who would benefit from your services as well. So you want to make sure that you rethink your mindset, and that you do actually understand that you're doing not only your practice, but more people a favor by asking for referrals. And this doesn't necessarily mean that it comes from the physician. Most often it comes from your team, who sees these happy patients, when they're out there talking in the waiting room, or when they're sharing some of their results with your team, or your counselors. So you want to make sure that you change your mindset a bit and know that it is okay to ask for referrals. And the second thing that you want to do is to establish a system for your referrals. Now, you know I'm a systems girl. I have a whole 7 systems training program out there, and a lot of different things. All the books that I've written all have to do with systems, but systems create predictability in your practice, in your life, in your health, and everything. So people may think it's boring, but it's not. Systems create that predictability that makes things more enjoyable. So create a system where referrals come in naturally. And what I mean by that is have a system where there's certain points in the weight loss journey, either a certain amount of pounds lost or percentage of weight loss, or a certain number of months after surgery. We know that they're really happy. Specifically, you see that at 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year after surgery, when they are just beaming with their weight loss. So have a system in place where you have somebody in your practice who's identified to talk to those patients, specifically the ones that would be great referral sources, and to have that conversation with them about, do they know other people who might benefit from your services? Create a system where you have little business cards that they can hand out to people. There's nothing wrong with that. Create a way for them to easily be able to refer somebody into your practice. And I recommend 2 ways. One is more electronic, because we know a lot of the population prefers to just do everything electronic. The other way is to have, some sort of a paper way. So for example, for physicians that refer to you, some physicians might prefer just a quick fax referral that they can fax over to you, fill out in the room. We have tear-off pads that they give to the patient. The patient comes and experiences your services. You may have those little cards. You also may have just in their system where they can do a drop-down box, perhaps in Epic or in Athena, or whatever software you use, where they can easily do that referral internally to you. So you want to have something for them to be able to refer electronically, as well as a way for them to refer to you on paper. So even in your emails, at the end of your emails that you're sending out to patients, Do you know of somebody who might benefit from the same services, or you're enjoying your success? Let's share it with others. So create an easy way for them to click one button and be able to send you that referral very, very simply. So you want to make that very simple and have your system set up. You also want to make sure that somebody is overseeing the overall process. So you want to make sure there is somebody accountable for ensuring that things are flowing along, that you are getting regular referrals, that you've set your goals, that those goals are being accomplished, and make sure that you do that. So you had your mindset, and then we talked last week about identifying your specific referral sources, which of course were your patients, physicians, local groups and organizations in the media, and then online referrals. So we want to make sure that you account for all of that. So your mindset, where your referrals are coming from, and then having a system in place for how to attract and to record and to process all those referrals that come in through your practice. I oftentimes will talk with a practice who's got a backlog actually of referrals, and they just really haven't nurtured or reached out to them. So make sure that you're also paying attention to that. The next thing that you're going to want to do is set yourself up for what I call a double win. And that is not only asking for a referral from a happy patient, but also getting their testimonial. So that could be in the form of a video testimonial or written testimonial. I know we like to have a link immediately to our Google page and to our Facebook page where they can, when we meet with them, we actually text them securely a link immediately so that they can post their testimonial. We have them sign their release form. We get something in writing. We make sure we have before and after pictures. If you have somebody who's very, very excited, we just did this last week in our office. Somebody came in and she, as a weight loss surgery patient, started out as like a size 22. And she had to have a picture taken. She really thought she hadn't lost, she didn't really think that she could feel it that much in her clothes. And she had some old size 16 she put on and they fit like a glove. I mean, she did a whole pirouette dance in our office showing off exactly what she was experiencing. She was vibrant. She was so happy. And you want to capture that. She was so thrilled to have that captured on film and put out there. And then we tag her and we make sure that it's out there and people can see how you can help make a difference in their life. So you want to make sure that you have that double win with not only referrals, but also a testimonial coming through, and then an easy way for you to get that testimonial posted out there. So you want to make sure that is set up as well. The next thing is to involve and educate your team. These aren't necessarily in this exact order, but you want to make sure that you have someone overseeing it, that your whole team is knowledgeable about your system for gaining referrals and testimonials, and you want to make sure you educate them about the value of that, because sometimes, you don't want people to think it's just one more thing that you're asking them to do. This really is exciting and can be so much fun. And it also helps your practice in terms of the future of your practice. So you want to make sure that they see that big vision, that big picture, and how that helps you work with more of those wonderful patients that you love working with. So make sure you involve and educate your team. The next thing you want to do, like we mentioned, is promoting your referral program. You can have even little signs in your practice, in your exam rooms, in the bathrooms, have some testimonials in there and a little thing at the bottom saying, if you're happy, we'd love to have your testimonial or referrals from you as well. There's so many different ways to get that out there. I know we are diving into it really deep in Bariatric Business Boss this whole month. We're really getting into the nitty gritty and consent forms and all the different tools so that they can be ready to roll and sharing information together. So you want to make sure you promote your referral program and then track your success. So set goals for how many referrals you want to be getting in, how many testimonials you want to have, how often you're posting those. Make sure that you have those metrics in place and that you're tracking them, because what you measure matters. What you measure will tend to increase. And so if you're focusing on referrals, you'll tend to get more referrals. So you want to make sure that you follow those steps, build the successful referral program that starts to just take on legs of its own, so to speak, and it just kind of continues to snowball into more and more referrals into your program, which is just a great way, as we all know, to gain new patients and to be able to greater impact the health of our communities. Make sure in this webinar, all of them this month, that we actually have a freebie. I'm starting to do many more freebies. So download your document, how to 10x the number of referrals for your weight loss practice. Make sure you find that link and download it. It's a freebie. So use that in your practice. Use it with your team. reach out to me if I can be of assistance. Carol, Karol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com. If you're not a member of Bariatric Business Boss, check it out, bariatricbusinessboss.com. It's a simple, easy, low-cost way we can work one-on-one together too. And there's lots of other ways that I love working with practices. So anyhow, continue doing the great things you're doing. I hope this served you well. Don't forget your freebie. And next week, we'll be talking a bit about whether or not to incentivize in any way your referral program, and a little bit about the pros and cons of that. So look forward to that, and I can't wait to see you then. In the meantime, take care and have a great day.